going on, y'all? Back with another Mr. Eats video. Excited for this one because this week we're doing chicken tikka masala, and Indian dishes every time have been a hit for me. I've only done one, but that's been a hit. But I thought I'd run it back again because chicken tikka masala is actually one of my favorite dishes as well in general. And I just know the flavors are gonna be there. New York Times came through on the first time with the Lou chicken, so I'm thinking that they're not gonna miss here. Obviously, I gotta marinate my chicken a little before we cook, so that's what I'm doing right now. So I'm doing that, getting that together. So about to cut up my chicken and then prep the marinade. So let's get to cooking. I'm gonna do my spice mixture, and I got my bowl here. Garam masala, turmeric, and cumin. Okay. So 2 teaspoons of cumin. 2 teaspoons of turmeric. 2 tablespoons garam masala. And a tablespoon of garam masala. It says 2 teaspoons of hot paprika. 1 teaspoon of cayenne. I know I have cayenne. I don't have paprika somewhere. Or I at least should have paprika. But I like spice anyway, so we'll do cayenne. That'll be a teaspoon. Teaspoon and a half. That was 2 teaspoons of salt. Black pepper. All this together. This is the spice seasoning they want us to use, and they said use about half of this. So we got the chicken. We're also going to need to add garlic and cloves, which is about 2 tablespoons. Of the garlic, and I'm using ginger paste and garlic paste. So should be about 2 tablespoons each. Right now I'm about to add a cup of whole Greek yogurt, whole milk Greek yogurt. Put that in there. I'm gonna add our ginger paste. That's 1 tablespoon. Do 1.5 of the ginger paste, and the garlic paste. That's 1 tablespoon. That's 2 tablespoons. We'll add half of the spice mixture. And then we also have to add 2 tablespoons of lime juice. 1, 2. Lemon or lime, either or. So that's in there. And now we will toss to coat. That's all coated. It said let this marinate for 4 to 8 hours, and then we will bring it back out. But I'm just gonna wrap this in some saran wrap on top, and then tap back in with y'all once we're ready to cook.
2 seconds later.
All right, y'all, so I'm back. I'm about to go ahead and start chopping my onion and start to add it to the pan, and then start getting the rest of the dish together. Okay, now that I have my onion chopped, chop, I'm gonna move over to the pan. Okay, so I'm gonna add my ghee, and I'm gonna let this cook on a low heat because I just want them to brown and caramelize a little bit more. Alright, now that these have a fair amount of brown on them, I'm going to go ahead and add my tomato paste. That's one. That's two. And that's three. New corn. And it said add the rest of the garlic. And whatchamacallit? Might need to add some more, a little bit more ghee. And let me get my garlic. And spice mixture.
Nice.
Ooh, that is fragrant, for sure. Okay, now it says crush tomatoes with your hands, leaving some larger bits and adding any liquid left. Okay, so we're gonna crush these tomatoes. Leaving some larger bits left. So I'm crushing these tomatoes with my hands. So pour whatever's left in the can. Okay. And it also says I need to add a cup of water and 3/4 cups of vinegar. And then this is going to simmer for 20 minutes. 1, 2, 3. Wow. It's looking like I know it to be. Okay, and 1 cup of water. Oh yeah. That's a nice deep, dark orange flavor. It smells fragrant. You smell the turmeric, smell the cumin. You see them pieces of tomato in there as well. It comes to a simmer. I'm going to reduce this to a medium-low heat. And I will be back in 20 to 25 minutes. Alright, now that I have my sauce underway, I thought I'd get my chicken cooking since it's been marinating for a good amount of time. It wanted a wire rack sheet. I don't have one of those, unfortunately, so I'm just gonna, line this with aluminum foil, put my chicken breast on, and then just split them accordingly. I also have my mini oven or mini fryer or whatever, and that also has a better broiler too that I can use. But it says to wipe off the excess, and then yeah, it says wipe off the excess from marinade, scraping off any excess, place pieces on rack, broil just lightly. So we're gonna get the broiler. Okay, that's piece number 2. And we'll squeeze number 4 on there. Alright, so I'm gonna have these in the broiler, and these will cook for like 5 to 7 minutes until they start to char. Okay, so I did just remove my chicken from the oven. I'm just gonna cut it up into bite-sized pieces, and then we're gonna add it into the sauce. I did try to get the best char I could as possible, but my oven was acting up. So, it is what it is. I did transfer it to my mini oven after I was like, okay, like obviously my bigger oven doesn't have a good broiler compared to my mini oven. So, and this is extremely tender, like just really tender in general, so that's a good sign. But still needs to be cooked through for sure. Let's go ahead and go over to the pan for this chicken to the spiced tomato sauce. Got a half cup more of Greek yogurt. And I need to add more whole milk yogurt. And it says cook this for another 10 to 15 minutes until it's nicely combined and thickened nicely. So we need to re-stir this and turn it down a tiny bit. Alright, I'm going to let this simmer for another 10 to 15 minutes, and then I'll come back for the final taste test. We're back with the final taste test. I was taking the final thumbnail photo. It's looking amazing, smelling great. I'm really excited to get into this. I'm going to go ahead and say my grace. I was seasoning it throughout, so I did do a previous little taste test, so I kind of cheated a little bit. But let's dig in. I praise the rice on top. This is basmati that I did make. But yeah, chicken tikka masala is this one of them ones. I already know this is about to be crazy. Easy. Easy. Hold on, I didn't get a piece of chicken. Our chicken is so tender, it's ridiculous. Like whatever that Greek yogurt or yogurt does during that marinade process to make tender taste like the chicken taste like that, it's insane. It really soaks up all of that flavor from not only the tomato sauce, but just from what we initially marinated it with. Definitely a deep flavor throughout all of this. I'm getting like, oh damn, like I'm about to kill this bowl after this recording. But tomatoey, but like savory and umami is what I'm getting. And you can definitely taste all the spices. It has a nice little kick to it because I use red cayenne pepper instead of paprika. I thought about adding chili pepper to make it a little smoky, but I was like, nah, let's stay the course of the recipe. But I'm glad I did, because this is showing out, and it definitely tastes really good. It's just super hot right now. I don't want to burn my mouth, but super good, well balanced. I was salting it throughout. Definitely try your guys' hand at this. This is an easy 9.3 out of 10. Easy 9 club. I love chicken tikka masala, so I give this a solid. This is a solid recipe. For sure, I will be running it back. It's easy to make. All you need to do is just marinate your chicken and just have a pan to just have everything ready to dump into, and then you're good to go. You just literally let it cook on the stove for the majority of the time. But I'm sure the longer you marinate that chicken, it'll just fall, like it'll just shred it on itself, because super tender and juicy, and then you just get all the flavors of that tomato sauce, and then like I said, that initial marinade, like you're just getting all of that flavor in there in general, and it's really well balanced. So shout out New York Times for the cooking recipe, and tap back in next week for another episode of Mr. Eats for sure.